Hey everyone, it's Father Sean for another episode of the Couch Chat, and today is August 14th, and August 14th throughout the world is the memorial of St. Maxim and Colby, a rather well-known saint of our own modern times. He was born in Poland and became a Franciscan priest and was an incredible evangelist. Spent time in Japan spreading the good news through the press, just an incredible one man to spread the good news of Jesus Christ. And of course, as the Nazis took over Poland in 1939, the church came under great persecution. A lot of priests suffered a whole lot and had to go underground. So in Maxim Colby's life, he was eventually arrested and sent to Auschwitz. And at one point in Auschwitz, a man escaped, and so they wanted to make an example out of the person who escaped. And so there was 10 men that were selected to be sent to the starvation bunker. And one of the prisoners cries out, I have a wife, I have kids, please don't send me to the starvation bunker. I have so much to live for. And St. Maxim Colby steps forward and volunteers to take his place, which is just incredible. And amazingly, the work of God's grace is that they just both weren't sent to the starvation bunker. That this man, I believe his name is Francis Gajowniczek, but I could be wrong. I didn't look it up ahead of time. But anyways, he actually is freed, and he's free to go home. And so, or free not to go home, but eventually he does make it home. So Maxim Colby goes with the other 10 men to the starvation bunker, and he leads them in prayer, leads them in praise, leads them in singing songs and offering their lives to God. And on August 14th of 1941, he just won't die, and they needed the starvation bunker. So they decide to inject him with carbolic acid, and that's how he gives his life in substitution for a man who was condemned to death. And we think about this as a great image of Jesus Christ, as somebody who was given in substitution for us who deserved, or not deserve, well, I guess this man, the prisoner, didn't deserve death, but we do by our sins. So just a great example. And one of the other just remarkable things about St. Maxim Colby's life is that he died on the 14th of August, which is the vigil of the Solemnity of the Assumption. St. Maxim Colby had an incredible love for the Blessed Virgin Mary, so much so that he founded a group of Franciscans known as the Militia Immaculata, the soldiers of Mary. And so just a great love for Mary, and what a great honor and great way in divine providence that he died on the day that we anticipate, that we prepare for a great feast day of the Assumption. And of course we have that tomorrow. Tomorrow's a holy day of obligation. We've got Mass this evening also at St. Lawrence and St. John, but Mass throughout the day tomorrow to celebrate this great reality, this great dogma, this great truth of our faith, that when the course of her earthly life had passed, Mary was assumed body and soul into heaven. And in our parishes, one of the ways that we celebrate this day is through a Marian procession through the streets of Botkins. So there's a Mass at Immaculate Conception at 7:30 p.m. on August 15th. And then afterwards, we'll take a statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary. We'll process through the town singing Immaculate Mary, praying the Rosary, and just thanking God in a very public way for giving us the Blessed Virgin Mary. So let's just encourage everybody to come. So you can come to the 7:30 p.m. Mass at Immaculate Conception, or if you're going to Mass another time during the day, a Vigil Mass, a morning Mass, you're always free to come back that evening, free to come back and just meet us just on the north side of the church on Walnut Street there at 8:30 as we begin to process throughout the streets of Botkins. It's always one of my favorite days of the year, just a powerful time, because and one of the beautiful things is it's right as the sun is setting. So always as we leave, it's still daylight, but by the time we get back to the church, it's dark. So it's a beautiful night, and everybody's holding candles. So hopefully you can come. It's always just a powerful night. And then one last thing to just kind of just pull your attention towards is a day of grace on Monday, also at Immaculate Conception. So Monday is sort of the back to school special for the Day of Grace. With school starting this next week, we always like to do a Day of Grace to encourage parents to bring your kids to kind of wrap up the summer and to begin the next school year. And so from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. at Immaculate Conception down in Botkins, we'll have confession and adoration. So hopefully we'll see you there at the Day of Grace. So Father Sean for another episode of the Couch Chat. We look forward to seeing you around the parish. Hopefully see you at the Marian procession tomorrow evening. God bless, take care, and happy Marian Feast Day. Boo! Love that coffee.